Full script with markers. Must be 1,200 plus words. Midnight hook. 3 months ago, Detective Sarah Johnson had no idea that AI would change her life forever. 0:30 setup. Detective Sarah Johnson was assigned to a cold case that had haunted the police department for years. On March 15, 2020, the body of Emily Carter was found in a remote forest near Lakeview City. The victim was a 28-year-old journalist who had been missing for 3 days. The cause of death was determined to be blunt force trauma to the head. The initial investigation led nowhere. The police interviewed dozens of witnesses and collected
hundreds of pieces of evidence, but nothing pointed to a suspect. The case went cold, and the family of Emily Carter was left without answers. 1 o'clock, new development. Fast forward to 2026, and the advent of advanced forensic technologies has given new hope to cold cases like Emily's. One such technology is forensic genealogy, which uses DNA analysis to trace familial connections and identify potential suspects. Detective Johnson was determined to solve the case using any means necessary. She partnered with a team of geneticists and forensic scientists to re-examine the evidence collected from the crime scene. They extracted DNA samples from the victim's clothing and compared them to a database of known criminals. 2 o'clock, rising action. The challenge was immense. The DNA samples were degraded due to exposure to the elements, making it difficult to obtain a clear match. However, the team did not give up. They employed cutting-edge techniques to amplify the DNA and create a genetic profile. As they delved deeper into the genetic data, they discovered a surprising connection. The DNA matched a distant relative of a man named Michael Thompson, but a criminal record for assault. This was a significant breakthrough, but it also raised more questions. Was Michael Thompson the killer, or was he just related to the actual perpetrator? 3 o'clock, new question. Detective Johnson and her team set out to find Michael Thompson and question him about his possible involvement in the murder. They tracked him down to a small town in the Midwest and brought him in for questioning. However, Michael denied any knowledge of the crime and claimed that he had an alibi for the night of the murder. The investigation took an unexpected turn when the team discovered that Michael had a brother named Robert who had recently moved to Lakeview City. Robert had a history of violence and had been involved in several altercations with journalists in the past. This made him a prime suspect in the case. 4 o'clock, complications. Detective Johnson and her team decided to confront Robert with the evidence they had gathered. They showed him the DNA results and asked him to provide a sample for comparison. However, Robert refused and became aggressive, leading to a physical altercation with the detectives. Robert was taken into custody and charged with obstruction of justice. The police obtained a warrant to collect a DNA sample from him, which was sent to the lab for analysis. The results came back positive, confirming that Robert was indeed the killer. 5 o'clock, new twist. But the real surprise was yet to come. As the investigation continued, the team discovered that Robert had been working with a group of corrupt politicians who had silenced Emily Carter because she was investigating their illegal activities. This revelation shed light on the motive behind the murder and exposed a web of corruption that had been hidden for years. 6 o'clock, climax. The DNA results would change everything. With the evidence against Robert mounted, he was brought to trial and found guilty of the murder of
Emily Carter. The verdict brought closure to the victim's family and justice to the community. 7 o'clock, resolution. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how forensic genealogy solved the most infamous unsolved murder. The case of Emily Carter serves as a testament to the power of modern forensic techniques and the dedication of law enforcement to bring justice to victims. If you're enjoying this, hit subscribe. We post stories like this every day, and you don't want to miss the next one. Viewer discretion is advised. Subscribe and hit the bell. We drop new true crime content every single day. The next story is even crazier.